So we got a man that worked 16 hours and came home to no dinner at all. 16 hours in the plant. Okay, I want you to hear what this woman, went to her friend and told her about it, and watch what her response would be.
Hey everybody, I just got a question. So my partner just came over and she's sitting here, I guess her and her dude going through it. And I'm like, what's going on? And she was like, girl, why the hell this dude come in the house? And I understand you work a 16-hour shift. He talking about what's to eat. And I'm like, nothing. I ain't cooked today. I'm tired. It's Sunday. This, that, whatever. And now me and him sitting here arguing, talking about, see, now if I go get another woman, you gonna be mad. See, if I go do this, that, and the third, you gonna be mad, da, 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 da. And she say, he pissed me off, so I came over here, because I'm like, girl, I ain't got time to hear that. I say, so, let me see if I get this straight. You ain't cooked the man nothing? You ain't even make the man a sandwich, nothing? And she was like, nah, I was tired. I'm chilling on Sunday. And I said, well, baby, I'm gonna be honest, you better than me. I say, because you telling me that man worked 16-hour shift at the plant. It's Texas, so it's cold as hell outside. And I know he tired, probably been going up and down the stairs, the whole shebang, the whole night. I know he tired. And you ain't make him nothing. I said, I'm going to be honest with you. You going to get your man took. And she was like, are you serious? Like, what kind of shit is that to him? I said, you going to get your man took? She said, how so? I said, because this why. You see them yams? Baby, that's Jiffy. That ain't store-bought. You see that cabinet sausage with that fat meat cut up in it? You see that pot of rice? Matter of fact, you see them smothered meatballs in there. I guess I'm old school because that's ready for him after a 16-hour shift. Oh, and I got a bottle in the freezer just in case he ready to get his cocktail on and get his little drink on. Plus, I got him a bag of that Loud just in case he want to get his smoke on. So yeah, and I took my shower and I got waxed today. So yeah, I'm down for whatever he on. So yeah, and she was like, I ain't got time for that. I said, hold up. Question, how old you is again? She was like, I'm 31. I said, oh, maybe that's what it is. I said, babe, I'm over 40. And that's just what we do over here. And she was like, I thought you was going to be on my side. I say, I'm just being honest. If I was a man and you ain't have it ready for me, I'd have cussed you out too. Am I wrong for that? Or am I tripping? Y'all let me know. Mm-hmm.
Now, if you know anything about me, you know that I had a career, 23-year career in the petrochemical industry. And I worked many days and nights, 12-hour shifts. And when I worked those 12-hour shifts, definitely, when I worked, daylights for sure, my wife had something, definitely cook. She'll call me and say, hey, I made this today. I made that, oh, you want this, you want that. So I can honestly say I've never had that experience at all. My wife always had something to eat when I came home. So when you work that long shift and climbing, like you said, them tanks, 50, 60, 70 feet tanks up and down, and you going to the different manifolds, you're doing this and dealing with the elements, rain, cold, getting bit by mosquitoes, dealing with all kind of things when you work in these petrochemical plants. You doing it for your family, and then you come home, you can't even have a meal. You know what I'm saying? Like it will piss a man off, and you keep doing that, then yeah, he gonna be like, what am I even here for? Because I'm working hard for this family, and the only thing I asked for is just a meal. That's it. I'm working. I'm not out here being a bum. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, a man will get tired of that eventually. And so for her being mad, like the other friend said, say, well, look, hey, if that were me, I got food, I got liquor for him. Now, she talking about Loud and all that. He can't do that working in the petrochemical. You can't, no, because they drug test you too much. But, saying she'll, give him some and all that, like she's saying everything the right way, but she says she's 40. So she know a lot better than a 30-year-old would know, right? But yeah, that young lady needs to listen to Auntie, basically. She needs to listen, because if a man's working hard and he's working and you just not even want to cook him a meal, somebody gonna come along, and he gonna leave you. You understand what I'm saying? Because one thing about men, especially good men, they working hard, and there's a lot of good men that's dealing with a whole lot of issues. I trust me, good. For some reason, the decent dudes deal with more issues than the dudes who are just horrible. You would think it would be in reverse, but no. It's actually the dudes that's horrible, they don't have the problems, because it's expected out of them to be horrible. It's expected for them to be no good and anything else. So they just being what they want to be. It's the dudes that's decent and doing the right thing and all that. Them good job having dudes, a lot of times going through it. You know what I'm saying? So if you're not cooking and your man is working, okay, he's working, he's not, being a bum, then hey, make a meal for him. It don't hurt. And trust me, it don't hurt. These days you can make a meal pretty quick. And he'll be so happy. Listen, y'all don't realize men are so easy to please. A good cooked meal, hot meal, not no fast food. Don't bring no man no fast food. He been working all day. He could have did that himself. A good cooked meal, you know what I'm saying? Everything chill, house picked up. He's not walking in the house and it's looking like a maze to get to the room somewhere. I don't think it's too much to ask. I just don't think it's too much to ask. Especially if he's working hard in them places like that. You know what I'm saying? So, but at the end of the day, you don't have to. You don't have to do anything. And, you'll see results of that eventually. But sister had that right. She had that 200% right. And that's the simple things, right there, what she said in that video. The simple things that just make men in general happy.